What is up, everybody? It is JDHD here, and sorry for taking so long in order to make this video. I had to wait on a DisplayPort adapter to HDMI just to make sure that everything was working correctly, and 50 subscribers. I mean, thank you so much. I've been doing this for quite a while with gaming, and suddenly I change over to tech and I get a burst of subscribers, so I'm so thankful for all of you guys that have stayed to subscribe. Please don't leave after this video if you've subscribed just for this review. Stick around for a little bit and I will make sure to work my hardest in order to hopefully get good at this. But without much further ado, let's get on with the review of the Zotac GTX 1070 Amp Edition graphics card. Starting off with the specs. This card comes with 1920 CUDA cores, and yes, 1920 and the GTX 1080, a little bit of a joke there put by Nvidia, don't know if it was meant to be like that, but seriously. Anyway, 8GB of GDDR5 memory, not the GDDR5X on the GTX 1080, but to be honest, I doubt there's much difference. There might be some difference, but not too much. I mean, yes, there's a lot of difference between the 1080 and 1070, but this card comes with the pre-overclock number of 1607 MHz base and 1797 MHz boost, which is over 100 MHz over the Founders Edition, which I could then get an additional 145 megahertz, over that number, which probably could have been to do with the extra 2 8-pin power plugs, but yeah, I think it probably has to do with the custom BIOS, which seems to have changed the percentage increase of power that you can put, the power target increase or something, from what seems to be on most other GTX 1070s, 112%. This one seems to have 120%, which is the amount that is on most GTX 1080s. So I'm not quite sure whether this was a custom BIOS that was meant to have 12% extra, or whether they wanted people to have that, which, to be honest, probably got that couple extra megahertz. However, what happened, it looked like that the power target was getting met with the pre-overclocking, which means they didn't really up the power target when they pre-overclocked it, which means the power target seems to be the problem, which means when you get this card you really should put those sliders up, even a little bit. Looking at the card itself, you can see the Amp Edition Ice Storm cooler, which has freeze tech, which basically just means the fans stop when it goes up to, well, when it's below about 60 degrees, I think it is. But yeah, this is on most newer graphics cards now. Just make sure that they definitely have it if you're looking for this. But yes, this does have it. The cooler is surrounded by a metal. I'm not sure which metal that is. I was looking online for it. I looked all through the manual, which I think that might have been a quick start guide. Still, on the back of the card, you can see the vibrant colour of yellow, which shouldn't really be on that back plate, because outside the case, yes, it looks really awesome and really bright, but inside the case it means you can't really choose any other colour but yellow. And I've tried that, and I've tried messing around with it, because I've even got red LEDs already in my case on my motherboard, but yellow was pretty much the only choice I could make for the Spectra lighting on this card. And the back plate, I don't really think it deserves the name of Carbon Exo Armor. Just saying, Zotac. Around the side of the card, you can see the dual-link DVI port, along with the HDMI 2.0B and 3 DisplayPort 1.4 connectors, which means you can have up to 8K using 2 DisplayPorts. I mean, I think playing games with that kind of resolution won't really be possible at this point. I wonder if Minesweeper can get 60 FPS. Jokes aside, I have seen that I've had an issue with my HDMI and DisplayPort connectors on this graphics card, in which the colours seem to be washed out, where the screens don't really look the same, at least the blacks don't look the same as they do on my main monitor, which is my DVI connection. So this seems to be a problem with the drivers, since if you go into the NVIDIA control panel and move the digital vibrance colour slider up a little bit and then down a little bit to the same position it was, it fixes. However, when you go into full screen games, it then resets that whole thing, so you can never really get a full screen game running at proper digital vibrance. Boring stuff out the way, as a very handsome and wise gentleman once said, on with the benchmarks. That person was me, by the way. Well, I think someone else probably might have said it. Maybe someone like... At the end there, I gave you some noise tests so that you would know how loud the fan is, but to be honest, not completely sure how good that was because my CPU cooler is currently the stock Intel fan. So if you guys would like to hear the sounds when I get a better CPU cooler, like maybe the Dark Rock 3 from Be Quiet, let me know in the comments. But what I can say is my whole computer is a lot quieter than the computers that I have downstairs, of which I have 3, and I'm pretty sure their problems are the graphics card, not the CPU cooler. So on to my final thoughts. This card is a good quality, slightly cheaper 2-slot option for the GTX 1070. And unless you're in love with the Founders Edition graphics card with the spiky design and one colour green LED, then you should definitely think about buying this card. After saying this, this card did have its driver's disc. The backplate made it hard to install the motherboard since it interfered with the RAM slots, even in the part where I could find the lighting. The Spectra name is not really worth it since only 7 colours are available to choose from. Change that. And I couldn't even change them. If you aren't getting this, then make sure to download Firestorm from their website. And make sure to have the new one, not the old one. The subtitle you're downloading the new version of and Spectra. Even in the part where I could find, make sure you're downloading lighting. It did not let me change it. Instead, I have to go onto their website to change that. So if you aren't getting this, make sure you're downloading the new version of Firestorm from their website instead of using the driver disk, as not everything will be available on there. Hopefully Zotac and Nvidia are able to fix these driver issues and software issues. I hope you enjoyed that video. It took me quite a while to write the script and edit it, but I hope it was worth it, so leave a like if you enjoyed this video. But regarding this previous episode, I'd like to say this channel will hopefully just be for tech now, with the streaming of games on Twitch, which you can find in the link there. Well, that is my name, JDHD_TV. And please leave constructive criticism, which has definitely helped my recording of this video, down in the comments down below. But anyway, I will get out of your way and let you watch other videos from other interesting people unlike me. So, bye, and see you in the next one.